from Ashes News.
Hi, Danny. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You enjoying this day? Where are you in the world?
I'm in Western New York, so kind of around the Buffalo area. You've ever
Oh,
heard of a city called Rochester?
oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Is it rainy there or what?
It is. It is a little rainy, but that's okay. It's finally warm and not snowing,
I
so I can't
know.
complain.
That's exactly what I said yesterday. It's been raining for like 2 days, and I said, I don't care as long as it's not snow. I'm just good with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for taking some time to talk with me. I really appreciate it. I work for a magazine called Rock All Photography Music Magazine,
Yep.
and we're super excited for you guys' success. I've been a fan for a long time of
Awesome.
From Ashes to News. Yes, so I'm really looking forward to getting to know you guys a little better. So tell me a little bit about your journey, though, because you are the new front man. And tell me a
Yes.
little bit about, I know that happened through social media, but what were you doing before and kind of how did that journey unfold for you?
Man, I was in a band before this for 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle, but I just never gave up and just was always pushing forward. I guess my journey kind of started from when I was a little kid. My parents were always playing rock music in the car, and there was always music filling the home. And I think that's where I just found my love for music without really even knowing it, because I didn't get into actually playing instruments or anything like that until I was 12.
Mm.
Um, my One of my best friends in sixth grade did a talent show performance, and he was an incredible drummer. I mean, like, he was incredible for the age of 12. And I just watched him perform, and I was like, holy shit, I have to do this.
Mm.
And so I started playing drums. I still play drums to this day, and that was where my journey started. I eventually, wanted to make music, and I was like, I can't just make music if I'm just playing drums. So I picked up bass, and then picked up guitar, and then the band that I joined needed a front man. So I was like, hey, I'll sing. I'm not really that great, but I can at least hold a note. So that's kind of where my singing journey started, and I just treated it like a sport. I just tried to better myself every single day, even though I wasn't that good at all. And I think that's something that a lot of people should take into consideration, is that, like, the people that they hear in bands who are, playing all over and have tons of fans, like, most of them did not start out as good singers. Like, everyone starts out bad at what they do, and it's just a matter of working hard day in and day out, and eventually becoming, great. So I just did that for 9 years with the band that I was in until Matt and the other guys found me, and then I joined the band. My other band was really kind of coming to a close anyways. They weren't really making any ground, and it was kind of felt like beating a dead horse. So
Yeah. A lot of drummers become singers. You know what I mean? Like,
it helps a lot. Like, rhythmically, I feel a lot more comfortable. Having played drums for so long, I feel like I can, feel the rhythms and the tempos and stay on track for the whole set.
yeah. It just seems
That
like
was one
such.
of the issues.
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, you go.
That was just one of the issues that the band had with Chris, the old singer, was that, he was strictly a vocalist. I think he played guitar too, but he had a lot of issues with staying on the tempo or coming in at the right times, and that's just something that we don't have to worry about because of my past as a drummer.
But personality wise, like, I happen to be a drummer. I love the drummer in most bands. Like, they're the person I like to watch. They're the person I just feel like they're the heart of a band. Not that the singer isn't great, so no offense to that, but I just love that part of the music. But you're behind the set and you're kind of in that background, and then you go to being a frontman. Like, was your personality like challenged by that?
No, I think I've just always, I've never put on a face when I'm on stage. I just act as I do every single day. So, I'm a pretty big nerd and goofball. So that's just what I bring to on stage. I'm never going to pretend to be a tough guy or like a badass or anything like that, because that is the last thing in the world that I am.
Yeah.
I just love music, so I figured, I'm just going to go out there and be myself. And that's really what the band preaches anyway. So, like,
Yeah.
that was really nice. I could just go out there and go on stage and just be who I wanted to be.
Were you a fan of the band before you became their singer?
I had never really listened to them. It's funny, I was following Warped Tour with my old band, and selling CDs in the lines every day at 7 a.m. And there was one day that we all snuck in, and we went to the monster truck where you can get free monsters, and I was standing in the line, and there was this big, huge backdrop that said From Ashes to New. I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. And they came out and they started playing. I was like, oh, this is kind of different. I was like, it's not better, and it's not Warped Tour music, but it is definitely different than what Warped Tour normally does. I was like, that's kind of cool.
Right.
I was like, I like that. That was the only time I had any interaction with the band. And then next thing I knew was, I don't know, maybe 8 months later, Matt was sending me a message. And I was like, holy shit, that's that band I saw.
That's so cool. I love that. I love that. So did you have a lot of input into the new album, The Future? Or was that kind of done by the time you came on board?
Well, I started out kind of just tiptoeing my way around, just because I didn't want to impose my will too hard on the band, because they had already been established, they already had a sound, and I came from somewhat of a different background, at least right at the time. So at first, I kind of just had just small opinions, and like, hey, maybe we could try this, maybe we could try that, and then like slowly I just started to weigh in on everything and give as much input as I could and all that stuff, so that by the time we were like halfway through the process, I was just voicing every possible idea I could, and whatever everyone liked or didn't like, we just went with.
Yeah. So you feel like you have a pretty good chemistry then with this lineup, because the lineup has gone through a lot of changes. Do you feel like this lineup has a pretty good chemistry then, works pretty well together?
Yeah, the big thing about our lineup is that we all work hard, and you know, we all show up to get the job done, and we all focus on, you know, putting the work first and making sure that we make it the best we can possibly be.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we are all ourselves, and we don't keep anyone from being themselves.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's one of the things I like about the band in general, just even from my history with them, is just that it seems really honest. Like everything seems to come from an honest, authentic place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about The Future. Tell me about how did you guys choose Crazy as the lead single? What was it about that song?
So that actually wasn't our choice for the lead single. Yeah, it wasn't even on the album when we had finished recording it. We finished a bunch of songs, and that's why we actually released a bunch of B-sides as well before the album came out. We finished like 14 songs, and we put it into the label, and we were like, no, we really feel like Broken is the lead single. We think that's the song. And they're like, it's a strong song, but we feel like you guys push out a really smash single. So we were like, all right, well, we'll go to New York to write with someone, and we'll go to LA to write with someone, and then like through all that, we ended up back at home with our original producer anyways, and we created this song literally in one day. And it's the song that's on the radio now, and the label liked it, and they wanted to run with it, so we're like, all right, let's do it. And it kind of all happened in a span of 24 hours. We had part of a song that we were working on, and our producer had come up with a part of a song on the way to the studio that day, and it happened to be the same key, the same tempo, and it just like, we just combined the two, and it worked.
That is a miracle right there.
For real, it was insane.
That's great. And then the video is super great, and you are actually very good in the video. You're almost like a professional actor there. How did you feel making that video?
Thank you. That really means a lot. I have always loved movies and loved acting. I've always wanted to be in like a film or have a role in anything on film. I've always wanted to do that. So it was a dream come true to be in a music video like that, and to be able to just kind of like put my toes in the water and see if I was terrible or not at it. And I'm sure like I'm probably nowhere near good, but I just had fun with it, and I think it was a really great experience.
I thought you were really good. I thought you had great facial expressions, and it was just, you could really kind of see the passion and the I don't know if angst is the right word, kind of coming through. I honestly did. I'm not just like stroking your ego there. I really thought it was a really great job. How did it feel to wear a straitjacket? That would that would make me crazy for real.
It was actually awesome. I loved it. I had all the white clothing and like they strapped me in, and I immediately like looked at the room that I was in. I was like, I'm gonna bounce off the wall. To the wall, not knowing that there wasn't like much of a support on the other side, and I fell through the freaking wall. So I'd fallen through the wall, and I've got my hands tied, obviously, so I like couldn't get up. I'm like in the corner, falling over.
That's awesome.
Like, oh no, I broke the set. I'm so sorry.
I love it. I love it. Love it. So my favorite song on the album is "Let Go," and it's a little bit different because there's mostly just kind of straight vocals in that one. But I love it. I just think it's absolutely like heart-wrenching. Is there a story behind that you can share that you know, or?
There is, and I didn't really know the full story until Lance started talking about it a few weeks ago when we were in New York City to do some interview stuff. I guess he's had this song for a while, and when he showed it to us, I was like, dude, this song is huge. I was like, we have to use this.
Yeah.
So he was cool with it, and where it came from is he was like, he was talking to a girl for a pretty long amount of time, but they never met up. It was just kind of over the internet or over text or whatever. And he was kind of like, I guess in his own words, he was kind of stringing her along and seeing other people and, ultimately wasting his time there. And he was finally like, you know what, this girl's been waiting for me this whole time. Let's just pull the trigger. Let's meet up and let's see where this goes. And the very next day she died in a car accident.
Oh my God, that's a terrible story.
It is, and I think it comes across in the lyrics. And he did such a great job of writing them and conveying the emotion that was one of the songs where I was like, I have to destroy this song. I have to do my absolute best. So like, I just went in there and went in the zone and just tried to put out the absolute best quality recording that I could, at least like with my voice.
And I do love it. Like that is my favorite song. I did a review of the CD a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys saw it, but and I put in there. I just kept hitting repeat on that. It was a wonder I even got to the end of the album because I'm like, I got to listen to that again. I just thought it was so great.
Yeah, that was a song I played a lot and listened to a lot, even before the record was done.
Oh, that's such a. It just like makes it. And I don't think I got that from the lyrics that level, but I knew that there was a lot of emotion there. It was, and like I said, heart-wrenching. It really affected me,
Yeah, and I think Lance was really smart in not making it too specific so that you could relate it to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people experience that loss where they are struggling to let go of something that they had, that they lost, or a person that may have passed away, anything like that, any kind of pain of loss, it really speaks to a person.
Yeah. Wow. So I saw a clip on your Instagram. You guys were doing like a little interview, it looked like, where you talked about the song The Future, not the CD, and that it was the hardest song to write, or it took the longest to write, maybe. What was challenging about that one?
It was all the rapping in it. It was just a lot of lyrics in a small space. Mm-hmm. It was a very fast tempo rap, but verses were very long verses. So it took a long time because there's so many words per second or whatever, and it was such a long verse that like we had to basically write what felt like 4 to 5 verses just to fit in the two. Mm-hmm. And the chorus was for the most part pretty simple. It was those verses that were just grueling because we just had to, it felt like we were getting to the end of a part and we were like, all right, we're almost there. And it's like, oh shit, there's still a whole nother half to this verse.
Yeah.
Then we have a whole nother verse to do.
And then you've got children. Is it like a children's? On that interview, it said it was somebody's child from the band.
It's so Matt Bradyberry, the rapper, he's got a kid who was 9, I believe. And so he came up with this idea while we were on the way to the studio to have all the kids sing in the bridge. So he got his kid and he got all his friends and brought them into the studio in one day and like just recorded them all singing the verse.
That's so great.
So it was really cool.
I love that. Love it. So you guys are about to head out on this crazy tour. There's a million dates, it looks like. And you've got a couple of different like kind of legs of that. How are you excited about that? Is this the first time you've ever gone out on like a super national tour like that? Or did your other band?
As extensive as this one, yeah, definitely. I've done touring before, and I've been out, been away from home for 3 to 4 weeks with my other band. And there was one time where I did fill in for another band who was opening for Mindless Self-Indulgence, and that was a pretty expensive tour. That was probably the closest thing to what we're about to be doing. But the really cool thing is just like the festivals that we're doing. I am so excited about doing those.
I'll see you at Rock on the Range.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you have a preference over the festivals versus like the club shows?
Ooh, that is tough. I love the amount of people at festivals because it's just going to look like a sea of people out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also a little bit closer and easier to connect with the crowd in like the clubs and theaters and stuff like that. So it's easier to kind of interact with people.
Yeah.
Whereas kind of like on the festivals, it's just one gigantic crowd. So you're just kind of addressing the whole crowd, whereas you can kind of, I guess, point people out or individualize people a little bit more when it's like the club and theater shows.
Yeah. Did you know like Bad Wolves, and did you know them before, or how did you hook up with them?
So they are actually on the same label as us. So
okay.
we decided to, since they have an album coming out in May, we have ours coming out in April, already out in April now. We decided it would be a good idea to team up together and to co-headline and to kind of bring our fan bases to each other, and then also just spread out and push our albums as hard as we can.
Yeah. So what would fans expect from your tour? Would you play mostly new songs, or, would we hear like Through It All, Lost It Alone? Would we hear some of the old stuff too, or mostly new stuff?
That's a good question. Gonna hear some new stuff, gonna hear some old stuff. We try to keep a good balance, but there is going to be a lot of new stuff. I was looking at, our longest set, and I feel like we're playing like 8 songs off of the future. So there's definitely going to be a lot of new stuff, but we're still playing most of the old favorites for sure.
Okay, yeah. Will you play Let Go live?
What was that?
Or are you going to play Let Go live?
I don't think we are.
Probably not. Those kinds are hard to do live because they're slow and emotional, and sometimes those can be tough. I get that. So what can you not
doing it live?
Yeah, I would love to hear it live. Like that would be a dream come true concert moment for me, I think. But
for sure, I think on our own headliner, bring that one out.
That would be awesome.
As a co-headliner, we have a little bit less time than normal, so we're kind of pushing out our new songs and then also including the favorites of the old songs as well.
Yeah. So what is one thing you can't live without? Now that you're going on this tour and you're going to be gone for, a couple months at least, what is one thing that you must take with you?
Ooh, I'm going to say, can I do a couple?
Okay, sure.
I definitely have to have my humidifier. I'm very allergy sensitive, as we found out on our last run when we went through Arizona, and it totally just messed me up.
Oh, man.
Need a humidifier, and I also got to have my essential oils.
Oh, you're one of those people, huh?
I am. I never thought I would be either, but I was in a situation where I was at a friend's house, and this dog, oh my God, this might have been the worst dog I've ever seen in my life. This dog would not stop barking. It couldn't be in a room with anyone it did not know. It would just stand at your feet and bark.
Wow.
Bark. And it was terrible. So finally this girl I whipped out this essential oil, and she just like rubbed it on its ears, and I swear to God, this dog went and plopped over in the corner and just laid there the whole night. I was like, what the hell kind of witchcraft? Like, that shit's crazy. So, I learned more about it and how quickly it goes in the bloodstream and how long they've been around. They've been around for thousands of years. So, I'm going to be using it to stay healthy, and also there's a lot of things for anti-inflammatory that can help the body kind of fight inflammation as well. So being on our feet all day and jumping up and down stage, I'm going to be rubbing that stuff all over my legs at the end of the night.
Absolutely. So I go on Shiprocked every year. I don't know if you know what that is, but
Yep.
and my roommate this year, she's big into essential oils, and I just had ankle surgery, so my ankle was swollen like crazy, and she was always like, let's rub some of this on it. It'll help. She thinks that they're good for everything, and it did help. It did. I don't know, I think that there's a lot to be said for that. So, and whatever keeps you healthy, I want you to just stay healthy and through the whole tour. So you do whatever you have to do. Well, listen, I know you've got to go do another interview, so I'm going to let you go. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Good luck on the tour.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
I will, not that we're going to actually see each other, but I will see you at Rock on the Range in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, hopefully we'll see each other.
All right.
Yourself, and I'll be sure to say hi.
All right. Sounds great. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.